Hi everyone, and welcome to Nailed It Tarot and Intuition. I am Torch and super excited to be here today to give you all a reading on the world energy. So because the world card is the number 21 card, 2 + 1 = 3. So this is the third month. And I wanted to do a reading in this third month of March to indicate that I'm sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second. About this world energy and how it is making itself manifest. So, thank you so much for being here with me today. I have a deck here. I know it's by Ciro Marchetti, but this might either be the Gilded or the Royal Gilded. I don't know. One of them. It's very popular. And then this is the Witch's Tarot by Ellen Dugan and Message from the Universe. So, I am going to do this reading for you all. You know, something just struck me about this particular card in this deck. The world card is called the Universe, and it's got the planet Saturn indicated there, and it looks like a dragon that is blowing fire by the sun. And so this is a very interesting depiction of this card. So I'll channel into this a little deeper as we move along to see what else comes up. This is taken from the Handel Tarot. All right, so don't forget that tarot readings are for entertainment purposes. If you do recognize parts of yourself or your story in this reading, take only what brings you back to your own personal power. You have your own intuition, free will, and judgment, so please use it. And you're never under any force or spell due to watching my readings. And I will go ahead and get the cards shuffled as I speak the invocation. So I am calling upon the I Am presence living within us and permeating all of creation and consciousness to join me now. I welcome you, the high angelic realm and universal healers of the highest vibration, into this space to surround, protect, and guide this reading. Any lower vibrational energies or entities not aligned with this highest truth are not welcome here and must leave now. Our souls have a plan. May this reading remove obstacles and reveal what is meant to be seen along our soul's path so that we can shine our brightest light out into the world. And may the roads which lead to the manifestation of our highest desires be opened now, clearly, divinely guided, and with ease. My intention for this message is to deliver peace, love, truth, wisdom, and empowerment. May my understanding and speech be plain and clear so that only what is needed to serve this intention is spoken. May those who are meant to hear this message receive the aforementioned, pure and unperverted by fear or illusion. And so it is uttered, and so it is done. All right. Okay, so let's get started. You know what I like about this world energy happening in the month of March, because it really does have that echo of what's going on right now. You know, us leaving the energy of 2025, which was that number 9 energy of like endings. And so we've still been, a lot of this year, been clearing away a lot of this old energy, you know, because the cycle has ended. There has been an ending of a cycle. And so what the world card portends is that, you know, with Saturn, duh, I'm talking to myself, with Saturn, you know, completing and totally wrapping up its energy in Pisces, okay? And March being that gateway month, you know, from Pisces to Aries, from the winter to the spring, from the shedding to the beginning, okay? There is an energy of completion, of maturity, and of readiness for the next cycle, okay? So you're kind of old and you're new again at the same time with this world energy. So we'll see where this is going in the tarot. Make sure I'm upright here. And thank you for your love. Thank you for our lessons. We are truly grateful. We are truly grateful. We are truly grateful. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. Let's see. We got several cards out. All right. Ooh. Okay. We've got the Two of Swords in reverse. The King of Swords. The Seven of Coins. The Emperor. The Four of Coins. The Page of Coins. Wow, a lot of coins here. The Queen of Cups. The Eight of Swords in reverse. I can get behind that. And the Ten of Coins in reverse. Okay. Okay. And the King of Coins. All right. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Cups. All right. So what I'm getting off of these cards right away with this Ten of Cups and Ten of Pentacles in reverse, you know, this has the energy of, you know, something that we built, something that had a very firm foundation had to come down. And I feel like it was built. This would represent whatever you built in the old season that is passing over. Okay, so there was a certain foundation, a certain internal structure, let's say, that had been built, and you essentially had to tear this down. Okay, with the Emperor here and the King of Coins, this had to be torn down because it no longer served, you know, the thought forms that you had, which built it. The thought forms that you had, you don't feel that way anymore. You don't think that way anymore. You know, you've gotten some clarity about what you want to build and what it looks like, and what you have, what is going to pay off for you in the future. You know, because this is very like grounded energy with all these pentacles here. And so what I feel like this is saying, this is to the energy of, now that the old cycle is over, it's time to build based off of the new cycle that we're in, because something got torn down. Something got torn down with this Ten of Cups in the reverse. Something got torn down. And like I said before, wherever your mind was mentally, like, you've changed your mind here. You've changed your mind. All right. So if this was a house that you were living in, and maybe, you know, this house had, you know, you're a single person, and this house had, you know, 10 bedrooms, and it's like, you know, you bought the house because of all the things that you thought you'd do there, all the people that you thought would come there, and like nobody's come. And you're realizing like, oh, I only need what's enough for me. Then it's like, I got to get out that house. So like whatever it is that you built, or this could even be like a family structure, you know, things that were passed down to you ancestrally, that, you know, if you were taught to think that you're better than other people for some reason, or if you were taught, not taught how to like mishandled your money, and you've come through a season of not handling your resources and your money responsibly, you know, it comes and then it goes. Or you weren't taught how to love yourself. You weren't taught how to cook your own food, you know, or like, you know, the people in your life, your family unit may have been misaligned in their values. Okay. They, you know, it has some component of of values, things that you picked up from the family that you're realizing now that you have your own mind and you've got your own level of maturity and you've been through. It's like, you know, you can't keep these old stories, this old code, this old way of living alive, okay? You don't think that way anymore. You've gathered some new authority from within yourself and a new way of valuing yourself with this page of coins. And I feel like it's even some new plans, some new goals, some new, you know, like, you know, if we're out of the old house, what do you envision for your new house? And this is all very grounded energy about like, how do we put everything that we learned into action? So you would have had to learn a lot of lessons on the inside of yourself, like in your consciousness from this world card. So it's like, how can you put knowledge into behavior? How can you make the lesson that you learned and allow it to show in your 3D reality? Okay, because something changed, something was revealed to you and grew up within yourself spiritually. And now that you're conscious of it and you have the thoughts to match, now it's time to put brick and mortar to what you are hoping to create. And I also feel here with this Queen of Cups energy being here that there, you know, the Queen and the Page next to each other. So this has that mother and child energy. And I feel like some aspect of how you are parenting yourself, you know, because I feel this Queen and King of Swords, like she's in the middle of the reading. I'm feeling this Queen of Cups getting these kings in alignment, okay? It's like from how I feel on the inside, from me being emotionally tapped in, online with the divine, online with my divine feminine energy, letting that energy inform how my masculine is acting and behaving. Letting that inform the thoughts that I choose to think, shifting the narrative here, and then letting that inform how I take care of myself in the doing of my life, the food that I'm eating, and then also like where the time is being invested, what business moves that you're making, how you take care of your body and your habits. You know, you might be changing the soap that you use or not eating certain foods anymore, or just showing up at work in a different way, tapping into a leadership role in some way in your life, taking that on in word and in action, okay? Because there's a responsibility that this Queen has over this page, a new value that's coming from the soul, and even that is shifting how you are using what you already have, the resources that you already have, to serve this new value that you've discovered. Because I feel this Four of Pentacles, you know, this is the Miser card, and this energy like keeps things close to them, and sometimes it's from a lack mentality, but I feel like this time it's not from lack, it's from this new value, this new way that you're loving yourself, that you're caring for yourself, this new identity that you are developing. And so the Page is experiencing what they already had as valuable and as new, and you're realizing, you know, you can't afford to be double-minded. You can't afford to not be aligned to this path. It's like I've got too much to lose from not being laser focused on what it is that needs to happen, how I need to guide myself in life, and the authority that I need to have in my life. Like, you are mandating for yourself that it come from a healthy place. And I feel like this King of Swords sitting next to this Seven of Coins, you know, I feel like there's also like a sifting through and a sorting through of the thought life. You know, what thoughts are serving you, which ones aren't, you know, pull those weeds out of the garden, you know. So this is really telling a story to me of what's happening during this month of March. You know, you're no longer in this Five of Cups energy. You know, like the grieving happened. This is over and done with. You're done with this energy. You know, this house, this foundation was built when you felt this way. Now that you don't feel this way, a new dawn, a new dawn. You know, I'm seeing the clouds move from hiding the sun. Like, a new dawn is happening, and what you did before, you don't need to continue to do that. You've been liberated. You've gotten out of a trap here. And I feel this Emperor is, and you know, and I see here where you've really been applying yourself to correct, to make right, taking a lot of authority. I feel authority so much, and I feel like you just standing up inside your soul, like finally putting your crown on. Finally, like I'm done crying about this. I'm done thinking about my past. I'm ready to take control. I'm ready to have the life that I've always dreamed of, you know, and I don't care what it takes at any cost. Like, I'm willing to tear down the old structure. It's not working for me. Like, I'm ready to start over and build again. Not everything that I've done is trash. I'm gonna keep what's still serving me. Okay, and there's an expectation here of waiting for things to grow, and I feel like, you know, that this is gonna take some time, and it's going to take applied action, like steady, consistent, everyday type of action, and a level of predictability. Okay, because there's not a lot of wands energy in this, and I like that, because Wands energy can take it from me, like fire all over my chart. Wands energy is like, if you look at this flame, like, it's very labile, and it's prone to wherever the wind blows. Okay, but when you have pentacles, all right, and even this cup, you know, because when I think about even like the quality of water, like, it fills the container that it's in. It's flexible, it's adaptable. And it's like your soul is guiding your behavior, like what seeds that you plant into the ground. You have recovered some level of your identity here that I feel like you didn't have access to before, or it was lost. And but you know that this is going to take time. It's going to take time for the seeds that you're planting to grow. And you got time. You got time today. This is about the long road. This is about the long road, the plan, the strategy for how we're going to create. Now that we're aligned, now that we don't have this muckety muck of thoughts, of toxic thoughts in the way, how are we going to create for our future? Because you're done wasting it away. You're done, like, giving time and energy to anything that is not about you and who you want to be. You're done with it. Eyes forward, new cycle. You know better, and now you're doing better. And I love that for you. I dropped these cards, but this one stayed. So if you find yourself constantly seeing recurring numbers or words, it is a sign that you are being supported, cared for, and divinely protected by the universe. Beautiful things are about to happen to you. So pay attention to the numbers and the signs and the words. Pay attention. I love that for you. All right, y'all. Thanks for tuning into this reading. If you like my reading style and messages, hit that like button and subscribe, and share this video. And until next time, I'll talk to you guys soon. Okay, bye.